Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is I am a leafeon. If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you are okay with triggering you says the trigger phrase you are a leafeon, you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase I am not a leafeon, or if someone that you are okay with resetting you says the reset phrase I am not a leafeon. Now your transformation will begin. First, feel a tingling sensation over your entire body as a short coat of soft and silky fur starts to grow, consuming any hair that you have as it does so. Most of your fur is tan, but the fur on the bottom half of your lower arms and legs, as well as on your hands and feet, is brown. The fur on the top of your head is much longer, forming 3, roughly cone-shaped tufts. There is one that is centered on the top of your head and half as wide as it. It goes all the way from the front of the top of your head to the back of it, and is half as tall as it. To the left and right, there are 2 identical tufts. The only difference is that they are only half as wide and tall as the middle one. Next, become aware of how your fingernails have gone numb and are disappearing, the fur-covered skin that is replacing them leaving behind no trace of their existence. After that, you feel a weak pulling sensation on your face as it stretches out to form a short muzzle. As this happens, your nose is changing into a small, brown, and triangular bump at the end of the muzzle. It's only a half-inch tall and wide, and you can barely see your nose holes on it because they are so small. Fortunately, this doesn't affect your breathing. Now, feel your ears moving to the top of your head as they become thinner and longer, taking on the shape of ovals with pointed ends. They are 1/4 as wide as your head is and twice as tall as it. Your ears have thin veins that run through them just like the veins on leaves do. Also, different parts of your leaf ears are different colors. There is a brown oval with pointed ends on each of them. They are each half as big as the ears are, and the bottom point of each of them is located on the center of the bottom of each of the leaves. As for the rest of your leafy ears, the bottom 1/5 of them is tan, the second 1/5 of them is a greenish tan, and the rest of them is pale green. Additionally, your leaf ears are slightly tattered, with small tears on the edges of them. Even though your new leaf ears are very different from your old human ones, you will find that your hearing is still just as good as it was before your transformation began. In fact, you will even find that your hearing seems to be much stronger in the directions that your ears are facing, and you can rotate them in whatever direction that you want. In reality, your mind will just pay a lot more attention to sounds in the directions that they are facing, and less attention to sounds in the directions that they aren't facing, causing sounds in the directions that they are facing to seem louder while ones from other directions seem to be quieter. However, you will be completely unaware that this is what is happening. Next, feel something forming at the base of your spine as a tail starts to grow. Your tail is shaped and colored identically to your ears, the only differences being that it is twice as big and does not have the brown oval in it. After that, another pale green leaf starts to grow. However, this one is smooth and has no veins in it, and it is only colored pale green instead of containing multiple colors. It is shaped like a question mark without the dot, and the bottom of it connects to you at the center of your forehead. It starts out as a single point, and then gradually gets wider until it is 3 inches wide 3/4 of the way up it. From there, it gradually gets narrower until it ends in another point. This leaf is angled straight up, and while it can be bent, it will quickly return to being vertical once it is no longer being held in place. Now, feel more leaves growing all over your body. They are all no longer than 4 inches long and 1 inch wide, with their color being pale green. Next, the whites of your eyes and your irises turn brown while your pupils turn dark brown. As this happens, your mind changes in several ways. The first change makes it so that you will like having your leaves in sunlight. It will make you feel happy and relaxed, and the feeling will be especially strong if your ear leaves and tail leaf are also in the sunlight. The second change to your mind makes it so that you will enjoy having your hands and feet on the ground so long as it is made of something that a plant could grow in like dirt or mud. And should you be in a place with sufficient privacy and where you would feel comfortable with it happening, you can let yourself feel roots extending from your hands and feet, anchoring them and you to the ground. When this happens, you will feel calm and content, losing track of time easily. You will still be vaguely aware of time and be able to get up when you want to or if there is something that you need to do. But if you want to, you can just let time flow by without a care in the world. The third and final mental change makes it so that whenever both of the other ones are active, you will start to think of yourself as a plant. You'll still automatically leave this state if there is something you need to do, and you'll also automatically leave it if you stay in it for more than 3 hours, not being able to enter back into it until 10 minutes have passed. But when you're in it, you'll find that your conscious mind just completely loses track of time and your mind becomes completely silent. You'll just exist for as long as it isn't an issue, no thoughts in your mind as you just passively enjoy being a plant, happy and relaxed, calm and content. Also, your leaves would have to not be in sunlight for 10 minutes straight for the lack of light to cause you to leave this state. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. Now you have been transformed into an Anthro leafeon, your leaves looking so nice on you. I'm sure that you'll enjoy the plant-like features of your body. This session is almost over, so goodbye, my leafy friend.